Which space rocket was used to place the NISAR satellite into space in July? Correct option is A. GSLV F-16. The NISAR satellite mission is a joint mission between which two countries? Right option is C. India and USA. Which two radar bands are used in the NISAR satellite, and which countries developed them? Correct option is C. L-band by USA, S-band by India. Which country launched the world's first methane-fueled rocket into space? Right option is B. China. Who became the first Indian to visit the International Space Station in June? Correct option is D. Shubhanshu Shukla. How many days did Shubhanshu Shukla spend on the ISS during the Axiom 4 mission? Correct option is C. 18 days. Which seeds were germinated by ISRO in space under its CROPS experiment? Right option is A. Black-eyed pea. Which rocket was used by ISRO to launch its first space docking mission, SpaceX? Correct option is B. PSLV C-60. Which two satellites involved in the India's first space docking mission under SpaceX? Right option is C. SDX-01 and SDX-02. Which Indian origin astronaut has set a new record for the longest time spent in space? Correct option is A. Sunita Williams. Which spacecraft brought Sunita Williams back to Earth from the International Space Station in March? Correct option is D. SpaceX Crew Dragon. How many days did Sunita Williams spend on her recent mission on the International Space Station? Right option is C. 286 days. Recently, how many new moons have been discovered around Saturn, raising its total moon count to 274? Right option is B. 128 new moons. What is the name of the mission launched by ISRO to study the Sun? Correct option is C. Aditya L1 mission. Which vehicle was used by ISRO to launch the Earth observation satellite EOS-08? Correct option is B. SSLV-D3. Whereas ISRO Chairman B. Narayanan recently inaugurated Ramkrishnan Thermal Research Center? Correct option is C. IIT Madras. Recently, which country has launched its first space agency, Korea Aerospace Administration? Correct option is B. South Korea. Which private space company launched the FRAM-2 mission to study the Earth's polar region? Right option is D. SpaceX. The Chandrayaan-5 or LUPEX mission is a joint lunar exploration initiative between India and which other country? Right option is B. Japan. Which Indian communication satellite was launched by SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket? Correct option is C. GSAT-20. Who has recently created oxygen in space using artificial photosynthesis? Correct option is C. China. Which space agency has launched the Sphere-X Space Telescope to map the universe's cosmic glow? Correct option is A. NASA. Where was India's first National Space Day officially celebrated? Correct option is B. On 23rd August 2024. Which rocket was used by ISRO to launch the European Space Agency's Probe 3 spacecraft? Right option is B. PSLV C-59. Which rocket was used in 100th satellite launch of ISRO from Sriharikota? Correct option is D. GSLV F-15. Which satellite was launched by ISRO using the GSLV F-15 rocket in January? Correct option is C. NVS-02. Which state government has recently announced plans to launch its own satellite? Right option is A. Assam. Which space agency launched the Lunar satellite to detect and map water on the moon? Right option is B, NASA. Which country is going to build the world's first deepwater space station? Correct option is C, China. Recently, which country's private company's lander Blue Ghost has landed on the moon? Correct option is D, America. Which country is leading the artificial sun project EAST recently in the news? Correct option is C, China. What is a protoster that was recently seen in news? Right option is an early stage in star formation. Who have recently developed an indigenous semiconductor chip named Iris for space applications? Correct option is C, ISRO and IIT Madras. By which year ISRO is set to launch the 3 navigation satellite NVS-03, NVS-04 and NVS-05? Right option is C, 2026. In which Indian state is the Satyendra Nath Bose Astronomical Observatory established in January? Right option is B, West Bengal. Who recently received approval to launch India's first private satellite broadband service? Correct option is A, Anant Tech. Elon Musk's SpaceX has launched a satellite service under which name for high-speed internet? Correct option is A, Starlink. What is the country's most advanced weather satellite recently launched by ISRO? Correct option is D, INSAT 3DS. Where has the world's highest astronomical observatory been recently inaugurated? Right option is C, Atacama Desert of Chile. Recently, ISRO successfully conducted a model rocket launch test for the first time in which Indian state? Right option is B, Uttar Pradesh. Which country launched the world's first wooden satellite, LignoSat, using SpaceX's rocket? Correct option is C, Japan. Which country has launched the navigation satellite Michibiki 6 in February? Correct option is B, Japan. Which country has recently become the 54th nation to sign NASA's Artemis Accords? Right option is B, Bangladesh. Which organization has developed the world's largest 10-ton vertical planetary mixer for making solid propellants of rockets? Correct option is C, ISRO.